Awaken to your truth that you are the I Am presence in harmony with the divine. You are consciousness beyond what the body and mind identify. This is Moment to Moment. Host Lynda Hope will remind and enlighten you to know your divine nature. You were born into the body already aware, but forgot it as you expanded your sense of identity, ego mind, pattern behaviors, and habits. Stop sleepwalking and wake up to your timeless, eternal, formless self. Now, your host of Moment to Moment, Lynda Hope.
Namaste and welcome to Moment. I'm your host, Lynda Hope, and I hope that you stay tuned for at least 60 minutes or whatever this moment unfolds as we envelop into this now moment. You know, why did I name it Moment to Moment? Well, it's about now. It's about being present now. And you know what makes it also important, and I have to put a shout out to Todd Bates, who's behind the scenes right now, making it happen moment to moment. So can you say hi to everybody, Todd?
Hello, everyone. Hi, Lynda.
Hi, Todd. Thank you again for this opportunity of being on your wonderful platform, on your beautiful talk radio show. So,
it's my pleasure. It's going to be a great show today.
Thank you. And really appreciate everybody here participating with me live, as well as on YouTube, Facebook, and those who want to see this show again, you can see it again on our platform on youtube.com, WLTK-DB radios. So please stay with us, though, and let us try to be as present as possible. If you can turn off your cell phones and your computer, because what happens in today's world, we are so distracted. It's very hard for us to even stay focused right now to hear my voice. I think your mind probably is saying, you know what? I don't know how important this show is. I've got things to do. I've got places to go, right? So notice your mind activity as we talk about the importance of the now. Now, here is your opportunity for at least 60 minutes to really focus attention and see how this moment becomes a place of true seeing, a place of inner quiet, a place of joy and of peace. And when we are able in this moment to allow that sense of calm and peace to be felt and understood in a deeper place, we can actually know the truth of who we are. This I am presence. And we talked about it last week as well. We compare this experience like a baby. A baby is born into this world conscious that it's conscious. It doesn't know what this is. It doesn't know who's peeking over the crib and smiling. It has no idea of the form, even of the mind. It knows it exists. The essence of who you are is consciousness. And this show, Moment to Moment, will bring you these opportunities of self-inquiry and meditation that allow the ego mind chatter to relax, to calm itself, to actually be able to witness your thoughts as they appear on the screen and allow it to just go by. Rise and fall. That's it. Very changing world out there, but you are the unchanging. So we're going to take a moment here to breathe in, all of us, so that we settle down into this now place. Just breathe in through your nose. Now through your mouth. do that a couple more times. One more time. Okay. So just check your body a little bit. Just check in. See what needs to relax. Maybe your shoulders, your back. Just have to, relax going down your body all the way down to your toes. And allow this moment to just unfold effortlessly, because you are that. And in the moment, we experience the moment in many, many ways throughout our day. Some of us go walking, some of us run, some of us love music, love to put on the music and dance. I know Barbara, who's on this call, loves to dance, right, Barb? Yes, I talk about dancing a lot. And you are totally in the moment. And as an artist, I get it, being in the field of creating, that is a aha moment when you are creating. It flows through you beautifully. And you lay that paint down and you respond to it, and you lay another paint in another color down, just like singing. When I sing, I'm totally in the moment, beyond any thought, beyond any reason to drift, actually, because I am so caught up in the moment. And so I want to share a song that sort of caught me up in the moment yesterday as I was driving. Of course, you have to be totally focused in the moment when you're driving a car, right? Right. But sometimes in that moment, you hear this song that calls to your heart. So we're going to share that right now. And in this moment, I want you to just enjoy the song with me. It's called If I Could Change the World. Eric Clapton sang this song. So we're going to have Todd put that music on, and we're going to sing the karaoke version of it. And just be present right now. Just allow that to be felt and heard in your heart. Listen to the words and hear the words and how they feel when you place it down. If I could reach the sky, pull it down for you, shine it on my heart, so you can see the truth. That this love I have inside is everything it is. But for now I find it's only in my dream that I can change the world. I'll be the sunlight in your universe. You, my love, was really something good, baby, if I could change the world. Words are so amazing, and the music. If you're trying. And if I could be free, even for a day, I'd take you as my queen. I'd have it no other way. And our love would rule this kingdom we had made. Till then I'd be a fool, wishing for the day that I could change the world. I'd be the sunlight in your universe. My love was really something good, baby, if I could. Baby, if I could change the world. What a beautiful song, yeah? Sing out. If I could change the world, I'd be the sunlight in your universe. You make my love feel something good, baby, if I could change the world, baby, if I could change the world, baby, if I could change the world. So how did that make you feel when you heard those words? Well, we're going to take a moment to think about it as we give honor and thanks to our sponsors. So stay tuned for Moment to Moment. We'll be right back.
Would you like to be a part of something new, something different? Host a show with WLTK-DB Talk Radio and dare to be different. We offer full production and live engineering of your show by a real person, not a pesky computer. Just visit WLTK-DB.com and click pricing to get started. It's not as much as you think and a great way for you to get your message to the world. Better hurry. Slots fill up fast and you don't want to miss out on this excellent opportunity. Visit WLTK-DB.com and contact us for more information now. WLTK-DB Talk Radio. Paranormal talk is our business, and business is good. From its beginnings, Used was created to unleash the excellence of nature's healing powers and bring them to people everywhere. With almost 90 years in the market, they are considered a worldwide pioneer in complete herbal wellness therapy. All Swiss Used products are natural, essential oil-based, pleasant, and harmonious. They are extracted from plants and herbs with the latest technology to ensure the best results. Swiss Used Live Healthy with consultant Stephanie will guide you in the right direction to find the perfect essential products just for you. For example, have an upset tummy? Try our soothing chamomile that has not only been used by many, but trusted for years. Keep in mind, you just can't get these amazing oils at your local shopping center. They're just too special. For that, you need a connection. And that connection is Stephanie. Want some? Then head on over to Facebook and search Swiss Used Live Healthy. That's Swiss Used Live Healthy. And contact Stephanie today.
Welcome back. You're listening to Moment to Moment. My name is Lynda Hope, and I hope that you will stick around for at least 60 minutes, if not longer. And we just shared a song that really called to my heart. It was called Change the World. It was by Eric Clapton, and it was written by 3 people. And the initial message was social consciousness, but it really developed into a romantic song. And I'd like to share the words with you for those who are listening on radio and also are seeing it on YouTube. But those who are behind the scenes with me, my friends Ruben and Randy and Barbara and whoever else want to join us, I'd love to be able to share the words with you and have you comment about what your take on these words are from that standpoint. So I see that you can see those words up on the screen there in the chat. And the words are, if I can reach the stars, pull one down for you, shine it on my heart so you can see the truth. So anyone want to comment about that? I would love your input and what you believe those words are for you and your experience. So if you'd like to let me know, chat, raise your hand, and I'll call on you. Anybody? Ruben? Barb, do you want to come into the room? I'm going to bring Barb into the room. Barb, you always...
Hi.
Here you go. Hey, Barb.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Barb.
I think it's like it's changing the world, but it's like opening up your heart for the change and being in integrity so that you can open up your heart and talk to people.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, love that. Ruben, do you have anything to say? I'm just going to bring you into the room because I know that you always share so beautifully. Ready? How are you, Ruben? I can't hear you.
I'm here with her. We are driving, so.
Oh, you're okay. You're driving. Okay.
Home, so.
All right. Well, I'll let you drive so you can focus. Okay. I will talk later. So there's so much we can talk about this song with, because if I could change the world, it says, reaching for the stars, pull one down for you, shine it on my heart. It doesn't say shine it in your heart. It says shine it on my heart so you can see the truth. And what we talked about earlier is that moment to moment, the knowing that we are consciousness, that we shine this place of awareness, of the light, of peace and love that is really our essential nature, that we can harness that power of the stars, that we are part of that. We are in harmony with that. We're in harmony with source. And to be able to shine that onto the heart and to reveal your truth. I thought those words were so perfect for what our moment-to-moment experience is really about here. And then it says that this love I have inside is everything it seems, but for now I find it's only in my dreams. And that's so beautiful, because how many times do we look at love and want to give love, but it's not perceived in the way we want to give it? It's sort of a conditional, love is sort of conditional in the state of the personhood, because it's so interesting. It's perceived in so many different ways. And way one person perceives love could be totally different from the other person. So how do I communicate that to you in the way that it's felt? So that's another wonderful, but I know it says that find it only in my dreams. Well, it hasn't manifested yet. It's sort of lofty, right? And it says, and I can change the world. I will be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good. Baby, if I could change the world. So yes, that's the sunlight in the universe. That's what we're talking about. Being the source of that love, being love itself is really what the essence of who we are in this moment. That's who we are. And there's so many ways to understand that and to actualize that. And the best way, again, is to be present, is to fully engage in this moment and to see where your mind is. Like right now, maybe your thoughts have come in and sort of distracted you, and now you're off doing something else, or you're hungry all of a sudden and you got to go eat, or you're getting tired. I can't focus, so much awareness in this moment. Maybe your mind is going, what are you talking about? How can I be totally present right now at 7, 8 o'clock at night? I don't know, wherever you're listening from. And the mind is going to start doing self-sabotage because it can't be still. The mind is a hard place to, right? It's going, all these 70,000 thoughts that come across the screen of your perception every day. Do you know you have about 70,000 thoughts? And they say that at least over 85% are habitual. They're the same thoughts you had last week. Yeah. Well, right now, or not even last week, yesterday, they're continuing to be revealed as you continue to see them. If you are able to witness them, you'll see those thoughts. Wow, I had that thought yesterday, or why do I keep getting that thought? Or every time I get that thought, I feel a certain way. And it reminds you again of who you are as a person. The only reason a thought has any value to you is it gives you self-importance. It's just a thought, unless you log into that thought. So look at your thoughts as they appear, and allow them just to pass. Don't log into them right now, because we're going to go and we're going to have a lovely meditation right now. Okay? Beautiful moment of relaxation. Again, if you have a phone on, please turn it off. If you have your computer going, shut it down. Well, if you're looking at me, then don't shut it down. But let's now get comfortable in our chair. Allow ourselves this gift of the present moment. And there is a beautiful meditation from the Yogis, ancient tradition, that I'm going to share with you. It's 478 breathing, it's called, and you can look it up, 478 breathing. Okay. And you will just breathe out instead of breathing in. You're going to breathe all the way out. Actually, they want you in this exercise to put the tongue on the top of the back of the teeth and breathe out the air so you have a whooshing sound. All the way out. And then breathe in the first breath on the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold it for 7 counts. And breathe out 8. Dr. Andrew Weil created this exercise of breathing. It was mostly breathing into 4, exhaling 8. So it's twice as long out as it is in. Immediately calms your nervous system. So we're going to do that 2 more times. You can do this exercise anytime you feel stressed or want to be totally in the moment, present. Okay. So again, we're going to breathe out, let it all go to empty. Take a breath in on the count of 4. Hold it for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out 8. Let's do that one more time. In 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out 8. Now notice how your body is feeling. How much more calm you are now, hopefully. There's a stillness. In that moment that you blew the air all the way out to that place of empty, there was just that, before you brought in that breath, there was that space, that empty space. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to breathe all the way out and notice that place of empty before you take a breath. In fact, don't take a breath until you really have to take a breath in. Okay? So let's just go all the way out with our breath. And then there's a reflex to take a breath, right? But wasn't that interesting? If you were totally in the moment, you would really have felt a beautiful void, a place of empty, right? A stillness. That stillness is you. That place with no mind, no thought, no sense of identity, no understanding of who you think you are, or your beliefs, or your roles. The essence of who you are is this moment. And this is something that the mind can't process, because the mind is going, what is she talking about? I'm here, I've got form, I'm this person. How is she saying that that's not who I am? But I'm not saying that's not something, which it is, but there is an awareness to that something. This eternal, formless sense of consciousness that can see the formless, that knows it's aware and awake, but your body, mind is the experience of that. You could say the vessel for that, the instrument in its own unique expression. This place of isness, of empty, and it's really not empty. I mean, we say these words, they're just concepts, but we have to use words to point our way into that place of the wordless, to the formless. You're God center. You're in harmony with God in this place of the formless, eternal self. To recognize consciousness, seeing consciousness, is holding space for that awareness now. And as you are being breathed, you are not conscious of breathing. Your body is working to provide everything it needs to function. You don't need anything in this moment. This moment is perfect. There's nothing that you desire in this moment, nothing to become, nothing to do. Just be in this place of love, if we want to use that concept, or peace. It's really beyond words, but there is that knowing that there is this contentment and joy that is here now. It's effortless. And yes, the mind does eclipse this many times. The mind influence. And what we need to understand is our divinity, our the place of the one beyond the mind. And these meditations will help you. And also there's self-inquiry, and we're going to take a moment, in a moment, and we're going to explore the beautiful writings of Eckhart Tolle, who wrote Stillness Speaks. So before we do that, we're going to end this beautiful meditation with another cleansing breath in and out. Take another breath in and out. If you want, you could just move your body around a little bit. Move your toes and your hands. And you may want to grab a beverage. I think my daughter recommended I say that during my shows. Bring, you know. So Jody, that's a shout out to you. Bring a beverage. I've got my water. Get some tea, relax. We're going to bring up beautiful writings of Eckhart Tolle right now. And I'm going to share the screen with you. Yes. This is one of the writings of Eckhart. The cover is this. So you can see the Stillness Speaks, and you can also download that on your computer. You know, I have this in Kindle. And love to bring you to the introduction. The introduction is, I love the way Eckhart explains what a true spiritual teacher does. They don't have anything to teach in the conventional sense of the word. Does not have anything to give or add to you, such as new information or beliefs or rules of conduct. The only function of such a teacher is to help you remove that which separates you from the truth of who you already are and what you already know in the depth of your being. The spiritual teacher is there to uncover and reveal to you that dimension of inner depth that is also peace. Now, if you come to a spiritual teacher or this book looking for stimulation, great ideas, theories, beliefs, intellectual discussions, then you'll be disappointed. And your mind may even say, oh, I'm done with this. Bye. I'm gone. Right? So if you can see your thoughts say that to you, just stay here now and stay present and stay as focused as you can right now, because there may be something that resonates with you right now in this moment. Okay? These words are no more than signposts, he writes. That to which they point to is not to be found within the realm of thought, but a dimension within yourself that is deeper and infinitely vaster than thought. A vibrantly alive peace is one of the characteristics of that dimension. So whenever you feel inner peace arising as you read the book, it is doing its work and fulfilling its function as your teacher. It is reminding you of who you are and pointing the way back home. This is not a book to be read from cover to cover. So it says, live with it, pick it up frequently, and more importantly, put it down frequently, or spend more time holding it than reading it. Oh, I love that. That's great. And we're going to have a chance to talk about what I'm reading. So I will stop sharing the screen at some point and we'll talk, because I would like interaction with those on the call and those in the chat. If you wanted to chat and say, yeah, I want to add my 2 cents, I'd love that. That's what this is about. So so this is really the Vedas and Upanishads are the early sacred teachings recorded in this form of sutras, as are the words of the Buddha. The sayings and parables of Jesus, too, when taken out of their narrative context, could be regarded as sutras, as well as the profound teachings contained in the Tao Te Ching, the ancient Chinese book of wisdom. Just like the ancient sutras, the writings contained within this book are sacred and have come out of a state of consciousness we may call stillness. So we're going to go to one of the pages here of this chapter. If you're going to buy the book, chapter 1, Stillness and Silence and Stillness. We're going to go to the first page, and then we're going to start opening it up to discussion. So this says, when you lose touch with your inner stillness, you lose touch with yourself. When you lose touch with yourself, you lose yourself in the world. Your innermost sense of self, of who you are, is inseparable from stillness. This is the I am that is deeper than name and form. So did any of that resonate with you as I was reading it? Anybody want to comment about it? Barb, do you want to say anything? I'm going to bring you back into the room. Is that okay? I'm going to bring you.
Let's go. I think that stillness helps you come to what your plan is. Without the stillness, you're scattered around. You got so many ideas going back and forth and back and forth. When you're stillness, you're grounded. And then you come to get the answers.
Yes, that's right. In that stillness, that, like you say, stillness speaks. Even though you say, what do you mean speaks? There is that heart-centered place of that quiet, right? Like you said, beyond the mind, in that place of stillness, is where our natural state of existence lies. And yet we somehow don't see it. It's something like right in front of our face and we can't see it. Why? Because we're looking out there. We're not looking inside. We're not looking into ourselves. Somehow we have more of an idea of the world, right? Trying to find the answers out there, the mysteries of the world out there. But the mystery is in here. Mystery is in our knowing ourselves, our true selves. So we're going to continue sharing right now. So we're going to do that again. And here we go. So it says, when you become aware of silence, immediately there is that state of inner still alertness. You are present. You have stepped out of thousands of years of collective human conditioning. Well, so, hey, if you were silent for even 1 minute, you just stepped out of thousands of years of collective human conditioning, because we are our conditioned thoughts. We have pattern behavior and we have these conditioned responses. And until we are aware and can see and witness them, they will continue to run the program. They continue to run this program that's called the person. Because you think you're your roles. You think you're all your name, your roles, your career, this is all a fabrication of the mind. And he continues to say, look at a tree, a flower, a plant. Let your awareness rest upon it. How still they are, how deeply rooted in being. Allow nature to teach you stillness. And he continues, you feel a oneness with whatever you perceive in and through stillness. Feeling the oneness of yourself with all things is true love. And again, we were talking about love, right? The condition. As a person, we sometimes give love, but then we take it away, right? We give love, I'll just give you a little bit because I'm not feeling your love for me. No, that's the conditional thing, right? Or you did something I didn't like, but I still love you. It's those types of things that play around with this thing called love. But if we realize that your true self is that love, you are love itself. In fact, you are life. You're not living a life, you are life. And silence helps us know this. Eckhart continues, silence is helpful, but you don't need it in order to find stillness. Interesting, right? Even when there is noise, you can be aware of the stillness underneath the noise of the space in which the noise arises. That is the inner space of pure awareness, consciousness itself. So yes, you can say, oh, my mind is carrying me away. I can't believe it. Well, that's because you've hooked into it. You're believing that you are your thoughts and you're allowing them to define you as this person, in quotes, instead of being detached and allowing this just to be there. You are hooking into its power and allowing it to take you down the rabbit hole. And we sometimes do that, right? Sometimes, have you noticed lately that sometimes something is bothering you, right? And the thoughts keep over and over and over, and same thoughts, same worried thoughts over and over and over. And you're going, why can't I just shut up? Why can't my mind just be quiet, right? Have you ever felt that way? Like, stop the world. I want to get off. This is ridiculous. Because you can drive yourself crazy. Do you know some people who drive yourself crazy? Yeah, I know a few people can drive me crazy, but not anymore. Nothing upsets this, because this doesn't have an opinion about that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's keep reading. You can become aware of the awareness as the background to all your sense perceptions, all your thinking. Becoming aware of awareness is the arising of inner stillness. But what does that mean, to be aware of the awareness? Well, Mooji was also a spiritual leader, Mooji. Look him up on YouTube. Tons of satsangs, sacred gatherings, talking about awareness, okay, consciousness. And about the inner stillness that you can see, he says, you are behind the lens of perception. You are the awakened presence and are able to see on the other side of the eyes. You are the eyes behind the eyes. I learned this back in the day in the 70s with Wayne Dyer. I'm okay, you're okay. Wayne Dyer wrote in a book, pretend you're like a fly on the wall, looking at yourself. Just try that, View yourself from a distance and say, interesting. Okay, I see that. I see my ego mind wanting attention. Okay, I get that. I see myself wanting to hog a conversation or tell people, look at me, aren't I cool? Don't I sing well? Blah, 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 whatever my narrative was at the time, right? Show off, big show off, big show off. Yes, because my ego wanted attention. That's it. The ego mind wants attention. As long as you want to hold on to it as a person, you'll never be free of your ego mind. No, you will never be able to get free of your psychological mind unless you can quiet your mind through meditation and self-inquiry and discover and remember that the mind only operates if you want to give it attention. Yeah, that's it. Thoughts are just thoughts unless you find it important, feeds your soul, feeds your ego to want to hold on to it or address it in some way. That's the only time you give it power. Otherwise, it's just another thought. Anyway, any disturbing noise can be as helpful as silence, he continues. How? By dropping your inner resistance to the noise, by allowing it to be as it is. This acceptance also takes you into that realm of inner peace and stillness. Yes. So we're going to share that for a moment. Hold on. I'm going to. Okay, great. So anyone want to comment about what we just read? That inner stillness, and I think they're all still. That's so great. Nobody's thinking right now. Isn't that nice? Nobody's thinking. It's just being still, being present. And we talked about last week also, and I'll read more of Eckhart next week as well. But these are strong, beautiful words that point you into that place of stillness. And as many times that we can pick up a book like that, just maybe read a page at a time, Again, Stillness Speaks would be a great one for your library, for your mindfulness library. Think about it in terms of planting seeds. You are planting seeds to wake up from a sleep that you've been sleeping maybe lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, believing yourself to be a person with a concept, with a faith, with a religion, with a background, with a formed identity that you projected over and over and over again. And you're programmed because you have parents, they had patterns. Guess what? You've got those patterns too. Yes, we all do. We all have those patterns as people. The thing is to wake up from the pull or the control that those patterns have over you. That's what it means to be conscious and awake. To notice the patterns, to be the witness of those mindset, to notice your emotions, to see if you get triggered. People talking to you, all of a sudden you take it personally. Don't we do that? As people with egos, we get personal. Personal. What does that mean? Because we're believing ourselves to be this person with this belief system and this identity that, we have to fight for the truth of this or that, or, in our conscious belief that we have the magic solution to a problem. Once again, that's the ego. That we tend not to pay attention to that we are this consciousness behind that because we are just, our ego takes us away, okay? Waking up to the truth of who you are beyond the mind chatter, beyond this physical form will free you from the pull of that psychological mind. And the beginning part again is witness it. Witness your thoughts, see them, see which ones are strong in your perception. A lot of it is self-esteem. A lot of it is saying, I am not worthy. I am not good enough. I can't get this. I don't know what she's saying. I'm happy with who I am. Well, if you're happy with who you are, that's wonderful. But if you are a seeker of truth, if you are a seeker of, because truth is something that doesn't change, that's always the same, doesn't change. The truth is this presence of conscious knowing that you exist, that's always been here and will always be here, that does not have any time-bound body. It's not time-bound, it's formless. It's the God within that you're in harmony with, in this one consciousness that you are. We are all that. When we are first brought into this body, we knew we existed. Again, think of the baby. We knew we existed. We didn't have an agenda. We didn't have a past. We didn't have a future. We were just present in the now. Now, I can compare it also to my father, who had dementia later in years. He was totally in the now. He did not know what he had for breakfast. He just was totally here, present with me, did not remember his past, was enjoying my presence, was grateful that I was there with him, sharing time. Very little brain activity in that moment. And, he was there with me, present, loving me. I was loving him. It was beautiful. It's not all beautiful, obviously, to have dementia. I'm not going to belittle that, or make that less than it is. But it is an example of what it means to be in the moment, not worrying about anything in the past or projecting into the future, and stopping and smell the roses, as they say in the world, right? When are we going to stop and enjoy? And the point that I made last time about active listening, I can absolutely repeat that. I think it helped many people last time. What is active listening? Well, Ruben would know this. right? Do you want to talk, Ruben, at all? Do you want to raise your hand and talk? Yes? Because I can't hear you right now. Okay, there you are. Can you share that?
I'm sorry, Linda. I was talking to Ori, so
I thought you were talking to me. Okay, you're not going to get off this easy, Ruben. Tell me what you believe active listening is all about.
that's a hard question, Linda. I think it's shutting out all other auditory stimulation around you. Just focus on that item that you're listening to.
And you're talking to a person. Let's say you're talking to a person. Well, you're a former neurologist, so you understand how to talk to a patient, and you need to be talking to him, and you need to be learning all about him, right? So, or her. So you need to be totally in focus.
Absolutely, and I think the most important thing is to listen, not to talk.
Right. Right. And did you study this as a doctor? Did they show you how to do active listening? Did they have any suggestions on how that patient-doctor relationship should go?
No, but I would say about 8 years in practice, I went to a seminar in Washington for physicians. You could volunteer to be involved in that seminar to communicate through media, TV, radio. And as part of that, we were supposed to interview people, and it was amazing how much we tend to talk rather than listen. So I learned that I have to just pay attention and not blabber.
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate. Thank you. Yeah. And I'll say goodbye for a moment. So yes, the importance of really totally listening. And thank you, Ruben. It is all about not having your mind distract you, right? That's important. The mind can come in and start saying to you, well, what you're saying is more important. You got to interrupt them, or it's time for, if they talking too long, there's talking too long. It's time for me to tell them what I think. Or again, that's the ego mind. It depends on how strong your ego wants to talk. But in active listening, there is a protocol. And I learned this in my chaplaincy resident program at Condell Medical Center. We had a whole semester, and there was a protocol where you ask questions. You ask a question, and you wait until they're completely done talking. And then you pause, and you ask for them to maybe elaborate, or maybe you ask another question based on so you have more clarification. Can you clarify this for me? You said this, but I'm not sure what you meant by that. Can you clarify? Or if it was an interesting conversation, I'd love to hear more. How many of us don't do that? How many of us just say whatever is coming out? Like my father would say, whatever on your lung is on your tongue. Blah, blah, blab, like Ruben said. We're just blabbing to fill space. We're not very at home with space, with being quiet. And I'm deliberately pausing right now. So if you can hear my words, maybe your mind is being very noisy and you're having a hard time focusing right now, but active listening is, again, paying full attention to that person, and they see that you are, that you're interested, that you care. What a gift to give somebody your full attention. And parents with kids, this is such a blessing. Your kids are going to feel so validated and heard. You're not the authority that's going to just jump right in and give them advice. Or maybe you are. Yeah. No, you don't have to jump right in and give them advice. You can say, tell me more about your day. Okay. And not give any advice at all. How about that? Then that child feels, I'm saying something and I'm appreciated and I count and I don't, that's amazing. You give them validation that whatever they're saying is perfect. I'm saying that again because it's very important. You are validating them and saying everything they are saying is perfect. It doesn't need to be right or wrong. It just is. The right or wrong part of it is the ego mind saying whatever you're saying to me, I perceive it as wrong, or I need to adjust it, or I need to finesse it, or whatever, by not saying anything in response and just showing approval and smiling and validating. Then they know in their heart of hearts that you love them unconditionally. It's beautiful. And to give that gift is, again, try it. Try it as often as you can. But if you want to say something, sure, but give it a thought. Give it some time after they speak to formulate what you're going to say. Because most of the time we're already formulating what we're going to say while they're talking. And most of the time we even miss exactly what they're saying. And and sometimes we have to ask them to repeat themselves because we totally miss the mark, right? So again, validating means you care, you love them, and you're not top dog here. It's not a competition, guys. It's not a competition, but the ego makes it competition. Oh, okay. So enjoy what you're learning. You learn more from listening than you do from talking. Another thing about listening, paying attention. There's another beautiful practice called eye gazing. Eye gazing. That's exactly what it means. Looking at a person in their eyes, maybe just pick one eye, pick the right eye, pick the left eye, it doesn't matter. Look into their eye, have them look into your eyes, and just be. Ooh, powerful. My daughters, Jody and Cheryl, it was called, I forget the name of, was it eye gazing? I don't know. It was national. It was actually went national. And we set ourselves up in front of the art museum in Chicago with our chairs. And we sat down and we had signs and said, please join us. We'd love to eye gaze with you. And perfect strangers sat right across from us. And I'm telling you, I looked into their eyes, some of them, and they looked back, and we almost felt like crying. We almost felt tears welling up. We looked deep in their eyes and we felt a connection of oneness, connection of love. Didn't know their name, didn't care about their name, didn't care about their background, did not care what faith, what nationality, nothing. We knew each other in that one place, in that stillness. I would hope that you would try this also for people. And to also know that in this consciousness that we are, the oneness that we feel, when you look at other people, they're not separate from you. They're not separate. We are all one. And the minute we bring separation in, no matter what it is, we suffer. So if we can look at another person with the idea that they are us and we are them, like they say, love your neighbor as yourself. They're not talking about physically, they're talking about the self. The self. Know you are a reflection of that person that is looking back at you. Do you notice? Some days you're walking down the street and you're feeling so good and you're smiling, and all of a sudden these people are smiling back at you. That's energy. You are in that energy field of love, and you're shining that, and you're getting that back, and you're seeing more and more of those people out there shining that love back to you. So I want you to know that as you go about your day every day, to try to bring that stillness into your life. And because we started with a song, we're going to end with a song right now. And it's all about the moment. It's a song that I wrote called One Heart. Of course, we're talking about one heart, right? And yeah, and you can also visit my website. I have a website, lindadrescher.com. My name is Lynda Hope Drescher. I just sort of like Lynda Hope. My parents, that was my name when I was born, and I love Hope. So, but visit Lynda Drescher. You'll see the chants that I wrote and the music that I wrote, and you can enjoy and meditate with them. But this is a song called One Heart. Okay. And it goes like this. La 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 la. Hey, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la ya la ya la 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 la. Ya la ya la ya la 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 la. Life, it is joy, it is love, it is mystery. Life is renewed in this moment in time. Life, it is joy, it is love, it is mystery. Life is revealed in this moment in time. Fly high with open hearts, let it wash over you. Love all and all for one, that is what we must do. Life, it is joy, it is love, it is mystery. Life is revealed in this moment in time. Life, it is joy, it is love, it is mystery. Life is revealed in this moment in time. Fly high with open hearts, send your love into space. Now's the time to be the change, make this world a better place. לב אחד, לב אחד, לב אחד, לב אחד. That means one heart. לב אחד, לב אחד, לב אחד, לב אחד. לב אחד, לב אחד, לב אחד, לב אחד. לב אחד, לב אחד. One heart, לב אחד. So if we were to make a blessing for the ending of the show, the blessing or the prayer would be, may we all know our magnificence. May we all begin to realize the deeper knowing of ourselves and how we can be the love and be the peace that transcends all. And to be that light that shines on us all, to be one with all that we come in contact with, to be the change we want to see in the world. Please join us next Tuesday at 7 o'clock on Moment to Moment on WLTK-DB. I'm your host, Lynda Hope. Good night.